Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Hello, Darren. You, Darren.
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today's show, we're going to talk about High West new bottle and bond. My name is Darren. Please join me in welcoming my co-host Steve Akeley, along with our special guests Jeff and Drizzy and Jim Gokin.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey,
Everyone.
Hey-oh! So serious Darren there. Once he remembered that he has to do that, so yeah.
I was
Darren volunteered for
about
this
the
job.
small talk that I didn't 100% have yet, but I do have now.
He was working on that. So this is going to be a really great small talk because he forlorned his duties to get to this. So it should be good. We'll talk about High West and what they got going on with their new bottle and bond after the break. For right now, though, Darren, what is it you got?
So if you're going out for a fancy dinner, what type of place do you go? Are you a steakhouse or where's your go-to fancy big occasion dinner?
Yes. Steakhouse for me. Sam's Steakhouse specifically is where I like to go for fancy dinners, birthdays and those sort of things. And I just feel like it's good. You know, going in based on the prices that you can't have it all the time. So you make it because it's really enjoyable. I like the atmosphere. I like the place. It becomes the special occasion place. So that's mine. Sam's Steakhouse.
I don't go out on special occasions.
Oh,
obviously it's your birthday and you're here recording with us.
Yeah. And I got the question, do you want to go out? Do you want to go to a steak place? I was like, no, I'd rather cook my own steak at home, most of the time.
What about the Olive Garden? What about the Olive Garden?
Yeah. The Outback's a nice place.
Yeah, what about the Outback?
My choice went, and I think we went for maybe our 25th anniversary or 20th anniversary. Maybe we went there. I'm a big fan of Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Okay, Ruth's Chris. Okay.
I was on a project with a lady at work, and we traveled the country on this project, and we ate at Ruth's Chris every city we went to.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of theirs.
Okay.
But that's definitely,
also
number one, the
pricey.
wife is not a big steak fan, so it's always
that's on her.
Wrong.
Yeah, I know. She's getting better. She actually is starting to like steak more and more. So
okay,
I may get to go back, but I would like to try Sam's just because. Just two things: you like it and it's local versus like a chain.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any chains. Well, Ruth's Chris
is
makes
a
a
chain.
good steak.
Yeah, but they're good. They don't feel like chainy when you're there, even though they are a chain. They're
a chain, but they have two types. They have stores that are owned by Ruth's Chris,
right,
and then they have franchise stores where somebody bought the franchise and is doing it their way.
Yeah,
the franchise stores that I've been to one, and that was the one in Las Vegas. Terrible service.
Really?
Yeah. That's the kind of place normally if you go to one that's owned by Ruth's Chris, the company.
Yeah.
Like when your drink is a quarter of the way from being empty, there's another one, set in front of you.
Right. Yeah.
Don't have to ask it. Just
No,
appears,
you don't
right?
ask for anything. They're always there with.
It's about
just
service.
as you
yeah.
think, hey,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to want some more bread. A plate of bread shows up.
Okay.
You have to think it. So, we do a lot of variety, and so I'm a couple hours from Minneapolis.
Red
My
Lobster.
brother's-
Red Lobster. Big.
Yep, Red Lobster is, you got to get the cheesy garlic.
So
biscuit.
somebody in our group said they're going to Red Lobster for a birthday or some shit. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Was it Clayton?
Maybe.
It seems like a Clayton take.
Clayton does love he prefers chain restaurants over
Yeah, he does.
over locally
He
owned
won't
stuff.
eat on the hill, but he'll eat at Applebee's or.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. No,
It's ridiculous.
we like to go to Minneapolis and take in some kind of show, musical or whatever it might be.
Sure.
And before that, my brother and his wife and the artist and I will they always find a nice place.
Okay.
And it's a variety. But if it's me picking, I love seafood. So I'm glad
Okay.
Becca's not on here tonight, but I'll try to find a seafood place. I do love a good steak, but I think I can make a pretty good steak. So I'll do more of that at home.
What about the Juicy Lucy if you're going to
we'll do that for lunch.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. The Juicy Lucy's that's
I'm
or
picturing him going into Joe's Crab Shack.
Right. The smack shacks, you can get the lobster mac and cheese. Oh my gosh, that stuff will kill you. It's so good. So we do variety, but
Seafood.
we don't. Mostly, if I've got the choice.
Yeah, I always want to go to Minneapolis when I want my seafood. So I get that.
Yeah, I know. We'll
But
do
it's
that every
better
day.
than
Kansas City,
Canada
Kansas
or
City's
wherever
great,
he
too.
lives.
I do not get the fresh walleye at any of these places. The octopus that's somewhere in the Twin Cities is just fabulous.
Yeah, I like seafood, but it's usually Florida or something. That's just me. All right, Darren.
So, I am kind of realizing I didn't have a great answer to this question.
Burger King.
But I never growing up when we went out for a fancy dinner, it was to Texas Roadhouse. I don't quite count that as fancy anymore.
Families. I mean, growing up, that's what we did too. My dad wasn't taking the fancy places. Yeah. That's the kind of places we went to.
And grab a steak knife when you leave, kid.
Yeah.
But and so I've also never been to a big boy steakhouse. I've never been to Sam's.
Okay.
I've never been
Citizen
to
Kane is a great one too in St. Louis.
I've not been there. Those
great.
are all on my list.
We used to go there for work all the time. We would take customers there.
But I think my go-to of real fancy is either going to be real nice Italian food.
Okay, well,
or fish.
The Hill, not Clayton's place.
But I like going down
Fazoli's. He prefers Fazoli's over the Hill. He's an idiot.
Netto's.
That's been terrible.
Wait, not me. That's Clayton, right? We're talking about
Clayton. We're talking about Clayton.
I just need to make
and
that
I like
clear.
Clayton,
It was
but I don't like
close
that
to
part
me
of Clayton.
talking.
Yeah.
I love the Hill. The Hill's the best thing that ever happened to St. Louis.
I know.
Canetto's is my favorite. I was just there on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah. Any of them on the Hill is fantastic, right? It doesn't matter, especially they're all going to be good.
Yeah.
But then I'm probably seafood, especially if I'm not in St. Louis. We don't really have great seafood joints.
Yeah, I say that about St. Louis too. It's not a great seafood town.
Yeah, we have Peacemaker, which is really good, but I wouldn't say they're fine dining.
Right.
It's in a brewery. The one I go to. So
the opposite of that, Darren, getting seafood in St. Louis. I was on a work trip and we went to New Hampshire, and the guy from New Jersey set everything up, and he's like, "All right, we're all going out to dinner." We were there for a training class. There's 20 of us. It's we're going out to eat tonight. I found a really nice Mexican restaurant. It's we're on the freaking coast, and you're taking us to a Mexican restaurant?
Right.
Yeah. There were three of us. We're screw you. We're going to this lobster joint out in the middle of nowhere, and we're going to get.
Was that good?
Yes, it was fantastic.
Okay, good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
It's what the hell's wrong with you?
I hear people talk about great Mexican restaurants in St. Louis, and I don't see it, man. I had Houston in my territory. I had Phoenix, Arizona. Man, San Diego. I feel like I've eaten some of the best Mexican restaurants in the United States. And when the people that say the stuff is good in St. Louis or the greater area, I'm not feeling it, man. It's just, it doesn't live up to it. The really good stuff.
I will say Amigo Joe's is the best in the area, but I'll
have to go there. I've never been there, so maybe I'll have to try it.
And they have really good fried chicken too, just randomly. They just fry chicken, like they literally do it like in a pan, like while they're cooking.
That's a good start. But, cooking in the pan. That is a great way to do it. That's how they do it at Stroud's in Kansas City, and
Stroud's is pretty fabulous. Too, isn't it?
But most people think Mexican food is good because you don't need to do over the top. You don't need to be the best for Mexican food to taste good for most people, right? I don't ever go to Mexican food and I'm like, man, that really sucked. Every time I leave a Mexican restaurant, I'm like, this is a great day. What more can you ask for? I had some tacos and a burrito and maybe a fajita, right?
Right.
I can tell you.
But anybody who tells me, like tequilas in St. Louis is awesome. I mean, you need to go to Mama Nympha's in Houston, the original spot. That's the one. There you go, there, man. You want some good Mexican? Go there, buddy. Yeah.
You know where you don't go for good Mexican food?
Where?
Taco Bell.
Mexico.
Oh, well, I've eaten it there too. It didn't work out too well for me. I got to be honest.
Yeah. No, and I think it's because in the States we don't actually eat Mexican food. We eat Tex-Mex.
Right.
Yeah.
Mexican food in Mexico is extremely bland. Very little flavor to it at all.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. On that note, it is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? I'm going to go first. I'm going to come out of the gate firing. I've got a Yellowstone barrel pick here. And I don't even know where this place is. Smokers Friendly Liquor Plus. Anybody know where that is? I have no idea. I don't know where I got this.
No.
Not much there. Not much there. I don't feel like I'm going to win this thing, but I have the lead right now. Darren looks ready to go, so we're going to go with him next.
So I have a Still 630 that is finished in peach brandy barrels.
Okay, sounds interesting. That was good. That's going to take the lead. Going to be tough to beat, I would think, Jeff. But don't fold your cards. Try it.
I won't. I'll bring it. I've got some Hidden Barn straight bourbon. It's the Wake Up Bruce.
Okay. Oh, he did it! That was enough. That thing was crisp. That was really.
That'd wake him up.
Yeah. All right, Gokin, you're last but not least. What do you got?
I got a bottle here that does not leave the house. One of the actually the only bottle I have, I think, of my own stash here that does not leave the house. This is Old 55, 100% sweet corn bourbon.
Yes.
In the Glencairn bottle.
Yeah, that thing's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Great whiskey, but not a great cork pop there. A little squeaky and not very loud. So Jeff takes it. So cheers to Jeff.
Cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about High West and what they got going on with their bottle and bond. It's a little bit different take, so we'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Was a motorcycle going by outside.
That was not a motorcycle. I know motorcycles.
I promise you. I swear to God.
I did too. I saw her lift. It was she tried to do the one cheek sneak and she got caught off that reverberation off that chair.
Yes.
That would have lifted me off the entire chair. Are we recording yet, Steve?
Yes.
We are.
Are we?
Yeah.
Why doesn't it say recording on my screen?
It says recording on mine. They changed it around. It's upper right-hand side. It says recording. It's
into the Bourbon Daily. Here's your bumper, Steve.
Well, welcome back. And today on the Bourbon Daily, we are talking about High West new bottle and bond product.
Yes, we are. So, Darren, what do we know about this? What can you tell us? Are you ready to go?
I was not ready to go.
Okay.
I was hosting the show.
So this comes out this year. It's a first. They're telling you it was aged at 4,000 feet. I don't know. Who cares? All their stuff would be aged at that. But what I think is cool, it is fermented with 3 different yeast strains. So that is pretty cool. So they've got one that is, I guess, very rare too. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I would just butcher it. So and then it's going to follow all the other rules of bottle and bond. But I think the 3 different yeast strains, I want to try a whiskey that it has 3 different yeast strains in it to see, is there any sort of difference? Is it unique tasting? Does it taste special, or does it taste like any other whiskey? I don't have an answer to that because I haven't tried it, but it's definitely it's piqued my attention. How about you guys? Does this interest you, this offering?
Oh, very much. I've liked the High West brand. I can find that once in a while, and we'll buy those. The bottled and bond concept's always worth a shot. So, but as a former beer maker, just in my basement, but definitely yeast make a difference. So it'll be interesting to see if you can pick out anything that.
Right.
I don't know if I'll be, if my palate's good enough, but my guess is that there will be some different flavors in there that should stand out.
Yeah.
This is actually very interesting because it says 2 of them are malt whiskey yeasts, and one is called S. diastasis.
Yeah, that's the special one, the S. diastasis.
Yeah, that's the strain that enhances aroma and flavor complexity by breaking down more types of sugars.
So more than just
like
simple.
Yeah, it seems like they're going like the Four Roses with their different yeast strains that they use.
Yeah, kind of.
Besides, they had a different purpose for each of these yeast strains and why they were using them. I don't think they're going to use I don't think they use these yeast strains, keep them all separate all the time. I think the biggest missed opportunity here is because this is a really cool release, and I agree with that. Is what Jeff said going to happen, though? Is it just going to get lost in the blend? And it's not going to...
I don't know.
I think I would have maybe preferred 3 different bottle and bond offerings that you buy like 375 bottles of or something, right?
I could see where that would be fun.
And maybe they give you like a ratio to mix them together, and then you can have the whole release, right? I want to be able to taste them separately to see how much of a difference it actually makes.
I get what you're saying, and maybe that's legit. But what I go back to is a cigar blend, like from Art of Spirits, where they've got 3 different cigar blends, and I think about how flavorful that is because I can taste all three different finishes that are in there. Maybe not individually, and I don't, because you can read them, and I don't know that I can pick out what's what. I just know that it's very complex with layers of flavors, and I want to see if this delivers that sort of experience for an $80 bottle. Does it have layers of flavors that go across the palate as it goes? Or does it just, if it just tastes like a one note, or it's kind of got the usual flavor profiles of a bourbon, I'm not impressed. But if it has almost like a cigar blend because of the different yeast strains that are used, that's what I'm looking for. And I don't know if it's going to be there or not. I got to taste it. So
it's really hard, because once something is blended together, it could make a completely different product.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw this to the cigar world a little bit, Steve, and a company called Aganorsa Leaf, that when they have an event at a cigar lounge somewhere, they call it the Aganorsa tasting experience, and they give you they're called fumas. They're just small little, they look like cigarettes, but they're one single tobacco leaf, and they have you try one, and they'll talk through it, and you'll pick up these different flavor notes that, it's going to make your mouth dry, then the other one's going to make your mouth salivate. They taste completely different. And then they have you smoke them at the same time. And you would never think that those two ingredients would, it's not like chocolate and peanut butter. It turns into something completely different. And I think the same thing happens with whiskeys, liquids.
Right.
So it's really interesting. And I hope however they did this, I'm sure they've got some great tasters and blenders that said, hey, this is going to be a great product. I like Darren's idea, though. That's what the Aganorsa experience is. You get the 3 bottles, taste them all, and then they'll tell you.
What if they did a necker that fit over the top that was the 3 individual ones in 50 milliliters, like sidecars of that? I don't think you need
that. That would be enough of it.
I don't think you need 4 full-size bottles of this, or even the 375s. That'd be kind of fun, though, for that. It goes back to when they started Little Book. The first Little Book that came out, Freddie Noe traveled around the country with the Deconstructed, where he tried the components of it individually, and then he put it together. Same type of thing, and kind of like what Jeff's talking about with the cigar thing there, but they did the same thing. We don't get the benefit of that here, but it would be a good idea. I think we'd all agree upon that. That's a good idea for
this one. Maybe others have done this and haven't shared. Maybe they haven't told us that they've got 3 different yeasts going here.
Maybe.
Yeah, really, you're just getting a blend. I mean, at this point, it's just a blend like anybody else's blend. They just happen to be telling you that there are 3 different yeast strains in it.
Is that what that is here, though? Are they pitching? Right, that's the article doesn't get into that. Is it they put 3 different yeasts, because you can do more than one yeast in a mash. To me, it sounds like they're all 3 in there together. That's
okay.
I would believe that. It's kind of like putting out 3 food trucks, and some are going to the Mexican, some are going to the Hawaiian barbecue, and some.
But to Jim's point, it can be done either way. It can be like we create the individual whiskeys, the deconstructed, and then blend it together. But I don't think that's what they're doing here. I think it's all together.
The way they've put it in the article. It says the 2025 bourbon was fermented with 2 malt whiskeys and one called S. Diastasias. But it doesn't. I think you're right. It makes it sound like they pitched all 3 in the same.
It doesn't take away from all the way back to Darren's original concept, though, of a deconstructed whiskeys made with those individual ones. It still would be interesting just for comparison purposes.
Yeah.
But
the other thing I think is kind of interesting, and now that I'm kind of thinking on the same pathways, it seems like it's all one batch, and because it's one batch,
bottle and bond, it has to be one batch,
right,
for the rules. You can't.
But I want to know what that batch size is, and did that lead them to doing it bottle and bond, or did they do that because of they wanted it to be bottle and bond? Were they trying to stretch out and get an extra 10, 15 bottles out of a barrel, and they only have 1 barrel of it because it's only being released online?
And they only put it in at 110.
I like that, because that's going to give you. They're not stripping the flavors out of there.
Yeah. So they're not.
When can we buy this?
It's only much, but
Probably.
I'll tell you
we
what.
got to get one of these.
Yeah.
This is a much better and more anticipated product than what was the other one that they did recently that was like $125 or $130 for a 90 proof
Yeah.
that they put
Midwinter's
out.
Next Dream?
No, this was
The Prisoner?
might have been. We did a podcast about it a couple months ago. And it was like a 90 proofer,
Yeah.
but it was like 100 and a quarter. This
sounds
much more interesting.
This sounds very interesting. I'm going to try to buy this online. I feel like the shop could expense this for research purposes.
Yeah.
Research, right.
R&D?
I like bottled in bond. It's at the low end of the proofs that I like, but when someone goes through the effort to all the things that you need to do to make it legally a bottled in bond, I'd want to give it a try. To some degree it's marketing, but I haven't been disappointed. I'll put it that way.
Right.
And I agree. I like bottle and bond. It's just with the bourbon industry, every release that they add water to, I'm like, are you adding water because it tastes better, or you're adding water for profit margins, right? I do this with literally every single thing because I am such a big fan of cask strength whiskey. I know that's nothing special in this call or anyone that listens to this show, but that is what I really enjoy. And so if you're adding water for a better flavor, 100%. You do that, and if it happens to be 100 proof and you can follow the rules of bottle and bond, great, right? But if you're just adding water to get more sales and you settle on 100 proof because that's most people's bottom when they're talking about proofs of what they would like to drink.
It's the threshold for both groups. It's the high end for somebody who doesn't like high proof whiskey. It's the low end for people that like high proof whiskey. It really is.
It's a great recommendation, though. That's what I don't typically buy bottled and bond anymore. I did when I started, but it's definitely what I recommend to anybody who's like, hey, I'm kind of starting to get into whiskey. Do you have any recommendations? It's like, go to the bottom shelf. Anything that's bottled in bond, it's 4 years and 100 proof and one distilling season, and you probably aren't going to go wrong for you to start out with it.
Yeah.
You don't even recommend a certain bottle and bond?
I usually point people to Evan Williams.
Okay.
That's a solid
as a starting point. And
solid
starter.
Yeah.
Yep. Can't argue that point.
If
they came to you for help and you're like, yeah, go look anywhere on the bottom shelf. If it says bottle and bond, pick one of those up. That I'd be like, thanks, Gokin. That was not the advice I needed. I wanted an answer, but
for rye, I recommend Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
Rittenhouse. Yeah. Okay. All right. This is an interesting one. Does it say in the article when it goes on sale? Or are we still in the threshold, or did we miss this one already? Let's see.
August 1st.
August 1st.
It has an MSRP of $80.
Okay.
We're past
so
August 1st.
We could be in the threshold. We could be past it, depending on how big of a release it was.
Right. Yeah. All right. We'll have to.
Said,
between shows, we're going to get online and see if we can find this.
Right.
That's going to be the thing. So there you go. So let's wrap this one up. The clock's ticking. We're getting further away from that release date as we go here. So we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Jeff, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo. Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right, Gokin.
I'm on Facebook at Jim Gokin and Instagram at Jimmy Big Hands.
All right, Darren.
You can find me on Instagram at The Bourbon Adventures.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Also, come by and see us, the ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. Heck, we may have this one in. If it's still available online, we're going to snag one of these and bring it into the shop because we want to try it in the name of science and experiments. So we need to get that. Our accountant listens to the show, but this is a legitimate business expense. So we need to get that. So, all right. Darren, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would just like to remind the audience to give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. If you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right. Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you're in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.